Yes, the first 6 months have been a bit special for us as our growth has been limited. This is mainly due to the North American market, which has been far below last year, and that is due to excess of inventory at their side, which has limited their supply from us. The sales through in this region is still constant, even growing a bit, so we are not so worried about this on the long term. Beside North America, the rest of Europe was quite okay, even if Nordic has been a little bit weak, and that's due to some feature phone product change and also the switch to the smartphone, which is happening. But with our product range being progressively implemented, we had maybe some negative growth here, which is on the way to be solved. Well, for sure, these markets are mature. However, we have some indication that they are not going to decline that much or that fast, because on one side you have some key players leaving the segment, and that means more room for Doro brand. And on the second hand, we have some key players, some telecom operators, which have recently signed with us for feature phone. That means that, like for example, Telecom Deutschland, they are starting a brand new cooperation with us. So in terms of market share from us, we are increasing quite significantly in market share in the feature phone market. Well, we know that technology penetrates at a slower pace than other age generation. So we are not that much worried by the speed of it. Of course, we want to contribute to an increased use of connected services by elderly. And by that, we are promoting smart devices, smartphone, PC, and soon tablets, in order to help them to move towards this new technology. So this is basically what we are doing, educating the market, having some media campaigns, and promoting the new products we are launching. On top of that, I can also indicate that we are working on adding some services like training people on how to use those devices as a way also to convince them to switch to these new smart devices. This model, the Doro Liberto 820, has been announced on Friday last week, and it's really very well received by both the channels and the press, and also our focus groups. It is strongly differentiated from mainstream products by the fact that it has built-in coach, which is really helping the user to understand how they can do the different features or different functions of the phone. And also it has a very special feature which is allowing relatives to help their parents remotely, like filling the contacts, like proposing to add an app, like being able to modify the settings of the phones remotely. And the UI is also very much simplified, providing the essential function at reach with your finger, without having to go into menu or to remember a specific place where the options are. So that's a big difference. It has a full DNA of Doro, including the assistance button on the back of the phone. So it's really a very strong achievement for our development team. We are very proud of this product, and we rely on it to improve the increase of sales of the smart devices in the coming months. On top of that, we have announced that our first listing on this product with Telecom Deutschland, a brand new customer who has started with us some 2-3 months ago, and now just adding the smartphone as part of his portfolio. We are very proud of that. Yes, the focus on the care business is still there. We start to see our first success in developing mobile telecare. Having now some customers starting to list the products and develop them. It is a slow moving sector, so the share of sales of total sales being in care is not yet big enough to be reported in a significant manner. However, we are progressing in this field. It is still a matter of focus for us, with strategic analysis of what we can do in order to go faster. Other products, so beyond care, we also have our fixed line telephony, and which is developing, representing again a small part of our sales, but still constant there. Well, we as you mentioned, kept our forecast, which is a strong belief as we have limited growth in the first half. Well, our classical seasonal pattern is always showing big quarters at the end of the year. We have these new customers which have just signed in, so they will bring some more sales. We have also launched a new product in the US recently in August. And on top of that, we feel that the trend of both our feature phone and the smartphones, thanks to the new launch, are going to sustain this growth. Not so many matter of concerns. Of course, we are always monitoring the market, the customers, the currency as well, in order to keep the profitability high. But one needs to remember that we are investing significantly in a transition of technology in order to follow or adapt ourselves to the evolution of the senior, and that is going to put us even more in the front line and in the leadership of this segment. While the feature phone segment is continuing to be a long tail business that is going to help us financing this evolution.